So first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Hari Krishna to inviting me to the session to get to know you, to give me a chance to speak with you. It's very nice and kind of him, and really I'm very happy to communicate with you. And as about myself, I'm Emilia Laverdov, as you know. I'm a professor of Georgian Technical University and an editor of a few publishers. So that's all. I think it's enough about myself.
Okay, nice to hear from you. I have gone through your profile and your qualification and the languages that you speak and the subjects that you have mastered. And so I was completely, what I say that I was completely amazed at the way that you are working. And so you are truly inspirational to many educators like me, and absolutely you are a great inspirational to my students as well, as a truly inspiring educator.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I would like to ask my students if they have any questions to ask you, because it's a rare opportunity for all my students to interact with you. And it's a great honor for me also to organize this session. So Lohita, are you ready to ask the question first?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead and ask. Ask clearly.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Hello, ma'am. My name is Lohita Girija. I am studying 8th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, watching TV, and dancing. My future ambition is to become a software engineer. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Yes, please. It's nice to see you, Lohita.
Nice to meet you, ma'am. You are a polyglot. What is required to learn multiple languages?
Mm-hmm. Okay. About just what is required. Let me think for a while and I'll answer. You know, first of all, you need desire to learn the languages and hard work. And another, maybe also practice, you know, when you need just surroundings and practice, because on theory, you will learn languages, of course. You can just increase your vocabulary, study words, grammars, but you need to use this in practice, right? In this case, you have someone to communicate and slowly to just start speaking. And also, you know, you mustn't be shy because, oh my God, if I make mistakes, someone will laugh at me. No, just be free and talk. And hardworking, I think also you have to just listen to movies, watch them, and the language will come itself. I think so. From my experience, I can tell you this from my experience. Maybe someone has, you know, teaching has its own techniques, and one technique is good for one person, another is for another person. We cannot say that all techniques work equally for everyone. So in my case, I can tell you this, that I just hard worked over it, and I had surroundings. I tried to speak with people and communicate.
So I absolutely agree with Emilia for whatever the insights that she has shared regarding the acquisition of the language. So in order to acquire any language, I think you have to be attentive. You have to listen to many videos or many audios. So I truly agree with Emilia. And Jagadish, it's your turn now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Hello, ma'am. My name is Jagdish. I'm studying 7th grade at ZPHS Sailaram. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My future ambition is to become an English teacher. Can I ask one question?
Yes, please.
Is
Nice to meet
TBILISI
you.
in Europe or Asia? Nice to meet you, ma'am. Is TBILISI in Europe or Asia? Is TBILISI in Europe or Asia?
You know, to tell the truth, I will now start from a bit far to explain you. Actually, Tbilisi is the capital of Georgia, as we know, and the country is Georgia, right? It is a Caucasus country, South Caucasus. I mean, there are two Caucasus, North Caucasus and South Caucasus. Yes, I think if you study in geography, maybe it is not in your curriculum. I don't know. So, and Georgia is in South Caucasus, right? It is between Asia and Europe. You know, it is not totally Europe and not totally Asia. It is like Euro-Asia. You know, it is on the cross point of this. But actually, Georgia claims that we are Europeans, but we are not Europeans, to tell the truth. But actually, when I apply for somewhere, for some trainings, for some courses, there is a questionnaire to fill, where are you from, etc. And Georgia is exactly in the region of Asia. Like in questionnaires, there are fixed places. For instance, this is here and that is here. So when I want to choose, always I see that Georgia is in the line with Asia. So I choose Asia. When I ask, they tell that yes, Europe assume you as an Asian country. So it is, we can tell that it is between Europe and Asia, but we are considered as Asia countries.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If my answer is not clear, you can just ask me again.
Yeah, I think he definitely understood whatever you said. Actually, the reason for having this doubt is that when we Google your capital city, and especially this question is, I think, is seen in a number of pages. That's why I asked. And even Turkey also. Turkey is also one of the countries. Many people actually they have their own interpretations whether the Turkey belongs to Asia or Europe. So finally, what we understood with regarding the Turkey, that the half of the Turkey belongs to Europe and half of the Turkey belongs to Asia. So something like that, we assumed that you have the story like the Turkey regarding your capital city. I think, as per my knowledge, the question should be like how English language is different from other languages.
Yeah, such an interesting question. We know that everything is different. Even our fingers on our hands are different. They are not the same. And of course, English differs from other languages. From one language, it differs by grammar structure. From another, if we compare to Georgian language, let us compare one particular language, okay? If we compare to Georgian language, by the way, today is Georgian Language Day, the day of Georgian language. We celebrate in Georgia our language day. And it's very timely question, you see.
Oh, that means happy language day to Georgia.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. If we compare it with Georgian language, in Georgian language, there is no capital letter. After full stop, we use all letters are the same. We don't have any capital letters. So, and what we speak, we write the same. For instance, in English, we say daughter, but write D, A, U, G, H, you know how many letters? In Georgia, we write what we hear. It is easy. If we compare to Russia, it is like more easy to learn English when you know Russia, because there are capital letters. Also, the pronunciation is different. You see O, but you pronounce A. And the answer is that it is different, but it depends from which language you speak. Also, English pronunciation, we know that every region has its pronunciation. If we go to London, is other language. If we go to USA, when I went to USA first, when they talk something, I couldn't understand what they speak. And they say, you don't know English. Also, if we go to Turkey, if we speak with Turkish people, also we cannot understand it good. So every country has pronunciation. As for grammar, Yes, there are some differences. It depends which language we are speaking.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Next participants. So who are going to ask the question? So Shaili, it's your turn now. So Shaili, unmute your microphone. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. This is Sushaili, a 7th grader. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and drawing pictures. My life ambition is to become a doctor. Shall I ask you a question, ma'am?
Yes, please. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, ma'am. Who inspired you to become an educator?
Very interesting question. Let me think. First, I want to tell you that regarding to become a doctor, in Georgia, we have too many Indian students. And especially I had these students, I taught them Georgian language. And it's very good. I love them very much. So you can come to Georgia and study doctor here as well. You will study language, culture, etc. So we have too many Indian students, and mostly they study medicine. They don't like other professions. They come only to study medicine. Yes, and they are so cute and nice. I have even many pictures on my Facebook page with them. As for inspiration, to tell the truth, no one inspired me to become educator. It happens like even I didn't understand how it happens. First I studied languages. Then I worked a bit as a translator. Then I did my MA degree. Then also then I changed my profession. First I taught English at school, at universities, and I thought that, oh, it's not enough, and I switched to political subjects, political science, and then I did my PhD in political science, and it just come by itself. I even didn't plan to become it. Life is so tough. You plan one thing, and after you have another thing happens, another. So just like no one inspired me. It happens by itself.
So it's so interesting. So Manasa, it's your turn.
I am studying 8th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. My life ambition is to become a doctor. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Yes, please. Nice to meet you, Rama.
Same to you, ma'am. How long have you been teaching politics?
I have been teaching politics since 2011. Let us count, for 11 years. Yeah.
So, interest in your research, as far as you
my research interests.
Yes.
Yes, nice question. I will answer you now. Mostly, let me start from my PhD thesis. I defended the topic of my PhD thesis was a very complicated one, Islamic factor in modern Russia. So, how Islamic factor influence modern Russia? You are so young to maybe understand it, but even today, Russia depends on mostly Islamic factor because starts to make friends with Iran, Iraq, you understand, yes, Syria, etc. So my PhD topic was this, and I defended it very successfully, and it's very interesting topic. But now mostly I didn't shift very far away from one interest to another. Today, my research interest is Islamic factor, refugees, because we know that mostly refugees are modern refugees. I mean, are from Syria, Iraq, etc. Are Muslims, and how they cooperate and how they integrate into European Union, and what hardship they meet, and they experience discrimination from European society also. This is my mostly topic. So Russian studies, European studies, and Islam and discrimination, because all these are connected. They are not separate topics. For instance, like history and like, I don't know, some others. All these, what I named, are intermingled with each other. So this is my study interests, and I do many researches about these things.
That's a
Thank you, ma'am.
fabulous options, I think. Shruti, it's your turn.
Yes, sir. Hello, ma'am. This is Shruti, a 7th grade student. I feel honored to interact with you. May I pose you a question?
Yes, please. Yes, please. It's nice to hear from you.
You are the author of many books. What is your favorite book?
Oh, it's so difficult. It's so difficult to answer about it, but I think my most book, the book which I liked more and most, the one which I named, it is like I don't remember the total name because it is a big like one of them is religious tourism, because we describe very religious and shrine places and wanted to show people that every country has its own or its own shrines, and that they acknowledge and they respect it. And another about discrimination, the same ones that refugees suffered from it, like disinformation about all the things which happened in the world.
Okay.
Thank you.
Meghana?
Thank you.
Sir, can I?
Yes.
My name is Meghna, a 7th grader. My hobbies are reading books and playing games, watching TV. My life ambition is to become doctor. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please. Yes. Nice to
How
see
many
you.
languages can you speak?
Let us count together and say maybe 6, maybe 7. I know Georgian, Russian, Azerbaijani, Armenian, English. Oh, we forgot English. English, Greek, and a bit Turkish language, because it is similar to Azerbaijani language, 90%. So 6, 7, we can say.
Thank you, ma'am.
You have learned more than 6 languages. How could you manage to learn such a huge number of languages?
I will tell you now, like I told before in previous questions, it brings lives, you know. I did not sit and study particular. I live in Georgia, right? But I'm not Georgian.
Yes.
My mother is Armenian and my father is Azerbaijani. So when I was born, these 2 languages I studied, you know, from mother language, father language, and as a family. This is 2 language, which I studied from the beginning. I didn't study, just I heard and I answered, you know, because child doesn't study languages, right? Then factor was that when I was born, we lived in Soviet Union. You know this, yeah? Soviet Union.
Yes.
The kids maybe know, yeah. And everything was Russian. So at home also in the street, we spoke Russian language. This is 3rd language. From the very first day, I spoke Azerbaijani, Armenian, and Russian languages. I did not learn them, I just spoke. Georgian language is the language, or is our official language, right? And when I was small, I went to Georgian kindergarten. And from kindergarten and from outside, I brought the 4th language, right? Georgian. So this is 4 languages already. Then when Soviet Union collapsed, it was very tough times in post-Soviet countries. We didn't have anything to survive, and we went to Cyprus. You know, the island is Cyprus. There are many Indian people, too many. I have many friends from there also. And we went to Cyprus, and the language is Greek. So there was nothing to do except to learn Greek languages, right? This is the 5th one. As for English, I have even MA degrees in English language. Then I entered the university and I wanted to study English language, philology. And English I studied from university, but also mostly it comes from practice as well. So this is the languages.
Okay.
Just life brings them, you know. I did not sit and study Armenian language or Azerbaijani language. I just like native speaker in these 4 languages because all languages I use every day.
Yeah, that's really a great inspiring story that living in different parts of the world made you learn different languages. It really
Yes,
truly
and
inspirational. Yeah, Jailakshmi,
yeah, sorry.
Jailakshmi, I think one of the students is
Hello.
yes.
Hello.
My name is Jayalashmi. I am studying 7th grade. My hobbies are reading books and playing games. My life ambition is to become a software engineer. I can ask one question, ma'am.
Yes, please. You are welcome to ask your question.
Is TBILISI beautiful city?
Is Tbilisi beautiful? Yes.
Yes, I think so because her voice is breaking. Moreover, she is freezed at the moment. So
Yeah, I think she asked if Tbilisi is beautiful, right?
yes, I think so.
You know, if you ask me, I can tell that yes, it's wonderful because it's my hometown. You have to see it and then to answer honestly, because what you love is beautiful for you. But I can say, tell that also without any hesitation that of course it is beautiful because we have many tourists from many countries and all of them love Tbilisi. We have many good places like, for example, Old Town and New Town, many shrine places, many churches. And you know, the most important is that we have in one place, we have church, mosque, synagogue, and we appreciate it's a very multicultural and multi-religious place, I want to tell, and very tolerant. So the city is really beautiful, as I know. So you come and see it.
Yeah. So it looks like that your country has the same multicultural society that we have. In India, we too have a multicultural society. We have Muslims, Christians, and Hindus, and there are many
Yes.
other religious people as well.
Yes, right. You are right. It's similar to India. But as I know, in India, there are 4 official languages, right? Or I'm mistaken?
No. Actually, more than that. I think in India, we have more than 14 official languages.
Oh.
In each and every state, we have a one regional language, and but official language, national language is Hindi, and regional language is different from state to state.
But we have only one official language, it's Georgian. Because guys, my students told me about this because once it is the same in Italy and in India also, because I saw that Indian guys communicate in English. I say, don't you have your own language? So they say, we speak in different languages. First I say, why, how? And then they explain, and the same the Italians, one from Sicily doesn't understand another from Milan, and they speak some like they have common language also maybe, but yes.
Yes, that's the reason I think Indians have to master the English language at least to speak with our fellow Indians because
Yeah. Also, yeah.
so
Also, I know that it was under the colony of England. I know, and in 47, exactly, India and Pakistan was divided. Yes, I know a bit from history.
yes, you are since you are a political science teacher and maybe the educator. I think you definitely know
Yeah.
every part of the world history. So, students, do you have any questions? I think we have very little time is left. Time is ticking. Any more questions from our participants, our students?
Sir, can I?
Navyasri.
Yes, sir.
So, Navyasri, what do you want to ask?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
My name is Navyasri. I'm studying 6th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, and watching TV. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Yes, please, welcome.
What is your favorite subject in your language?
My favorite subject in language.
Yes, ma'am.
My favorite subject is can't really answer. Also, I love all subjects. As for languages, maybe I think English is my favorite one because it is a worldwide language, and you know, when you know English, it means that everything is open for you and you can establish ties, communicate with everyone. As for subject, if I tell that political subjects are my favorite, I think no, because it's very difficult one, and sometimes I have such a strange, for instance, now I have lectures, but the students are so young, maybe they don't understand, but you will understand, Mr. Hari Krishna, that now I'm lecturing Russian foreign policy. Imagine how difficult is it in today's situation to lecture this subject. So I can't tell that politics. Now I regret that I don't study medicine. I think it would be better for me to study medicine and to save many, many lives, maybe, instead of studying politics. Who knows? Really, I can't answer to this question. But one I want to tell you, it's out of these questions, that before, when we lived in the Soviet Union era, we watch Indian movies, and we know very well Indian actors, Mithun Chakraborty, you know, disco dancer, etc. And we always watch that movies. And my young age, when I was like you, we spent in watching Indian movies, and we love them too much because we know that the Soviet Union had very good relations with the Indian people, and always we were waiting for new film to come in our cinema, go and watch it.
Yeah, for that reason, I think we are so proud of the Indian movie makers, especially the producers and the heroes and the heroines. And of course, India is the one of the countries where the movies, Bollywood movies are made.
Bollywood,
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
it's
Bollywood
nice.
so popular all over the world, not just in Russia, but everywhere. I think people like it because of the emotions and the extravaganza that
Yes.
the movies have. Really, we are so proud of our actors and actresses and the producers. And Bhagyasri, do you have any question?
Yes,
Please.
hello, ma'am. My name is Bhagyashree. I'm studying 8th grade. My hobbies are reading books and playing games. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Yes, please. You can ask.
What skills should present generation master to become global citizens?
Really, it's a good question. Timely. So I think to become global citizens, like I told before, you have to master. In your case, you don't have to master because you know it, English language and IT technologies. If you know languages and technologies, the world is open for you. It's my opinion.
Yeah,
In Georgia, for instance, not many scientists and people know English, and it's very difficult for them. And now there is a demand to study English language, but they cannot, unfortunately.
So I totally agree with Emilia Bhagyasri, because if you want to become a global citizen, I think you need to master the two subjects. One is English language, another one is IT, information and technology. So you have the future. If you master these two subjects, you can live anywhere in the world and you can communicate with anybody in the world if you are able to master these two subjects. So any more from our participants, because the time is running out. Yes, Nagalakshmi.
Hi ma'am, this is Nagalakshmi. I am
Hi.
a class 8 student at ZPHS Ailavaram. My long-term
Nice.
goal is to become an English teacher. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Yes, please.
What language is mainly spoken in your country?
In my country, mainly, not mainly, yeah, it's Georgian, like we told, official language. Before, in Soviet era, it was Russian language, and now they try to to speak English, but still the situation is very poor. When you go to apply for one job, they don't ask, for instance, when I apply for political science subject or something, they don't ask if I know political science. They ask, do you know English? So they want to change the situation. They want English to become mainly spoken language, but still we cannot. So I can tell that the main language is official language, Georgian language.
Right. So any more
Thank you, ma'am.
questions from our participants? Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
yes, who is Avinash? Go ahead and ask the question. Avinash, turn your camera on and ask the question.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
I am Avinash, a 7th grader. My hobbies are
Nice.
reading books and playing games. Can I ask a question, ma'am?
Yes, please.
What language is popular in our country?
In my country,
Yes. Yes, your country.
English. English is popular, but unfortunately they don't know it well, but it's popular, except of official language.
Okay. So, Emilia, I think before we wind up this session, I have a question. Now, what kind of advantage Indians have? Because Indians, as you know, that is a multi-linguistic country, multi-regional regional country. And just like Italy, I think we speak many regional languages, but one language, that is English, unifies us. What is the main advantage that you think that we have in order to become a global citizens?
You have advantages because I know Indian people, and as you told that you know English well. In IT technologies, they are very good, and also in research. I have many Indian people. I communicate, I work with them, and they are very good in research. And they are in many places. I meet them in the USA, in England. So you already are the global citizen. You don't need to become it.
Okay.
I think the world is yours, really. And I know that Indian doctors are very well also. I know that they have very strong doctors and they work in USA and everywhere. So you already are the global citizen. But I know that we have less than a minute. I would like to thank you for your
Thank you so
invitation.
much. Thank you so much, Emilia, for your time. And we really got very good information about your country and about yourself. And it was truly inspirational to all of my students, including me. And so we are so lucky to have you as our guest teacher. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you one more time for your gracious presence.
Thank you.